How's you started playing basketball?
Honestly, a ball was put in my hands since I was a baby. I have pictures from back then when I was, 1, 2 years old. My grandpa handed me a basketball and let me run around with it. And I think ever since then, I just have been in love with it. I played every other sport, and I fell in love with all athletics, but basketball is the one that kept me going.
Why you choose Bethesda University or college school?
Honestly, it was not my first choice. I was originally at the University of St. Catherine, and things didn't end up working out there, just in terms of roles and stuff. And I'm not gonna get into, but nothing malicious. Me and the coaching staff got along. It ended on great terms. And I met with the coach at Bethesda, went to one of their workouts, and they were like, you're a team that could, possibly get you out. I had been already thinking about coming to the Philippines to play, trying to figure out the rules to do that. And we were like, if you want to get out, we can help you with that. So that's really why I went there. They played a lot of Division I teams as well, so.
How's the feeling getting drafted in the PBA?
Crazy. So, there was a little viral thing that went around about how I put my arm over the commissioner, and that really just sums up my getting drafted experience and how I'm feeling. I was the most nervous. My mom flew out here, to watch her son get drafted. And it's just like, it's what every kid dreams of. I never thought that I was going to be playing professional basketball. So, not that I didn't think it. I thought I manifested it, but it was always a goal that it was a really high goal, And so when it all went down and the draft was going on, I was just terrified, but excited and out of my body. It was an out of body experience. I was walking up. I don't know how I even made it up to the stage. I didn't know anybody on the stage. I hadn't met with anybody prior, so I didn't know that was the commissioner. Coming from the U.S., I should have done my research. I was a little bit ignorant in that way, but yeah, I put my arm around him. Like I said in the article that suspended, my arms were shaking. I was trying to keep my balance, and I was, relying on him for balance. And I thank the Lord that he took it okay and helped me out.
How's your first practice with Converge?
First practice was tough. I'm not gonna lie to you. In the U.S., Filipino basketball is really, really different, and and the practices prior well. So I went in thinking they were gonna be patient and take their time with me to show me the ropes and show me the physicality and everything. So I honestly put a lot of the pressure on myself, which made it really tough. And, I'm still struggling with that, putting a lot of pressure on myself. But in terms of the first practice, it was gritty, physical, and the guys really get after it. It let me, it was a real welcome to the PBA moment. My first welcome to the PBA moment was my first practice. With guys like Alex Stockton and Kevin Barkley and, guys like that who are gritty and willing to get after it. You gotta be on your toes and prepare, or you're gonna end up on the floor.
Who is so far your teammate learned the most in the Converge?
I would say Kevin Rakal, K-Rocks, the vet. He always pulls me to the side, whenever I mess up a drill or mess up a play, and he just takes his time to teach me. And I really, really need that, and we all really, really need that with Converge being a young team. His leadership is really big for us. Just when it comes down to keeping me focused, he always tells me, calm down, relax, youngin, relax, bro. I got you. Just, talking me through plays as it's going on, as practice is going on. Even when we're on the opposite sides of the ball, when I'm guarding him. And, the PBA is it's a battle right now with a lot of players in the league, and he still takes the time to help me out and get me right. We're playing the same position, so his leadership is a big part of my progress. today.
How's the debut in the PBA?
Oh, my first game. Woo, that was surreal. I would say I would count the first time I went in to the game as my first game. I would count the game after that, but in terms of just the first game, I went in and, Coach gave me a big assignment, which was to guard Tyler Bay. And, with, like I said prior, with K-Rack being my mentor, my vet, he preaches defense on me every day. He's like, you're a long guard in this league. It's not something that we see often, so you're going to have to get it on both sides of the ball. That's going to be your role. And so I went in, and I feel like I did a great job. Even with Tyler Bay being an import, I feel like I went in there and I got stops. I caused a turnover. Yeah, and I did my job. I went in there and I didn't get scored on, and that's the biggest thing for me is going in there for my first time and holding my ground and doing what I needed to do in those limited minutes that I played in that first game. I don't know how many minutes I played, but it was not a lot. But yeah, I went in there, guarded the import, didn't get scored on, and I feel like that's going to be a big thing for me staying in this league. I'm staying in this league is the defense side of the ball. But yeah, in terms of like my offense, I didn't get a bucket that first game. With those limited minutes, I don't even know if I put up a shot. I might have. But that second game is where I kind of, got the rush going. I actually got sent to the line, I think 3 or 4 times that game. So I think I ended the game with like maybe 1 shot attempt. I was like 0 for 1. But I went to the line a few times, and, I was playing good defense. Taking charges, doing what I need to do, and after the game, got my props from coach and said good game, and it's just the nerves coming off slowly. I still feel it, because I came in later in the conference. I started playing later in the conference. I only have 3 games under my belt, so the nerves are still kind of there, which I'm putting on myself, giving myself anxiety, but it felt great. It felt amazing to be out there, walking out on the court. Kind of wanted to shed a tear, looking around and just seeing everything, seeing the bright lights and all the fans. It was an amazing feeling. It felt like I was playing a video game when I was younger,
Why you choose jersey number 1?
Not a significance number 1. I just like the way it looks on me. I really like the way the number 1 looks. The way the number 1 looks on me, man, I don't know. My man, I'll repeat that. I'll go again. Yeah, there's no significance to it at all. I'm not gonna lie. I've had a bunch of different jersey numbers coming up. People always ask me, "Oh, number 1 for your favorite player or something?" No, my favorite player is Kevin Durant, and he does not wear number 1. So yeah, it's just I think it looks good,
How's to be friend with KZ Yakpala, and also you learn from him?
That's my brother, man. KZ, big KZ. Shout out to KZ, man. Honestly, also what I learned from him, okay. A lot, man. We've been going at it since high school. At first, kind of didn't start off on the right foot. We played against each other, didn't really like each other. Met up after that through a mutual friend, and we just hit it off. And in high school, top talent in the country. College, top talent in the country. And it's the NBA. And in my opinion, did really well. Was doing really well. So learned a lot. Playing one-on-one, just being able to guard, and I feel like. That is the biggest thing. Guarding him every day when we play one-on-ones, when we play pickup, it kind of changed my mindset. I really feel like there's not anybody I can't guard now because I played against somebody so good. Like, he's going to laugh if he sees this, but I'll never tell it to his face. But, man, that dude is good. He could go from all 3 levels. One of the best defenders I've ever seen in my life at any level. Compared to anybody. praised by NBA coaches, talking about one day this dude could be the defensive player of the year, like just going at it, battling with him. I honestly feel like there's not a lot I can't do out there because of him. I got to give him a lot of credit, man. Especially in terms of confidence too. Just playing against somebody like that, you know. Just like I said before, growing up guarding KZ Akpala, 6'9" guard, and then coming to the PBA, I feel like I can guard those imports because, you know, I've matched up against NBA talent multiple times. And really got it out of the trenches with that dude. So, you know, my best friend, my brother, learned a lot from him. I still hit him up before games. You know, we played strong group. Hit him up. I'm like, you know, I might get matched up with Andre Roberson. You know, how should I play it? How should I play it? Before my first game, I called him. I was like, you know, Tyler Bay, he played against him in the Pac-12. He's seen him before. Hit him. I'm like, you know, how should I play this? You know, how's it look? Just gives me tips, tells me to be confident, and tells me I've done it before. You know, I've seen it all before playing against him. So
You get a chance to be NBA player. Who do you want face them?
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Now that is a true test of defense. Matching up with a guy like that in an unlimited bag. You know, that's the guy right there. If you want to match up with anybody to see where you're really at, you know, with basketball, you want to match up with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander or Kyrie Irving. Those are the two, man. That it'll really show what you got. Just in terms of all facets of the game.
Players in the West right now.
3 players in the West right now. I gotta get on the phone for this one. Okay, let's see what my choices are. I'm gonna go ahead and one of the top 3. I don't know if I can do it in order, but go on in there. That's a hard third. You got a starter, but I think as much attention they see draws on the court and still being able to do what you need to do. I mean, I'll put Stephen Curry in there with Shai Gilgeous and LeBron. Those are my top 3. Those are my favorite 3 I got right now. Thank you, man. Thank you. I'm glad we finally got to do this, man. It was a blessing to meet you, and you know, hopefully we can get you to a game. I don't use my extra tickets, so you know, if you ever want to come to a game, just hit me up on Instagram, and I'll try to get you a ticket or write your name down so we can get you in there.
Thank you for watching.